Hello students. Let's start marathon series NIOS question paper April 2015. What is a nuclear family? A family having one number, a family having a husband, wife, and their children. The children who are unmarried. This you have to remember. The unmarried children is called nuclear family. State one difference between growth and development. Question number 2. Growth and development. Growth and development. One difference you have to write. Growth, it indicates quantitative and it indicates only quantitative changes like change in body, height, and weight. Development. It indicates both quantitative and qualitative changes like language acquisition. Then comes third number. What is the third number question? State to which employment opportunities after studying home science. One can be a home science teacher in school. One can be a housekeeping staff. Or a dietitian. Then question number 4. What is delinquency? Question number 4. Delinquency. Delinquency is antisocial behavior like violence, stealing, sex crimes, forgery, etc. This delinquency behavior are not at all acceptable in the society. Question number 5. How should you take care of your skin and why you should take care? We can take care of skin. We can take care of our skin by drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water in a day. Especially if you drink water in the morning hours in an empty stomach, that's more beneficial for the skin and for the body. And in taking of vitamin C, make the body glow. Why we should make the skin glow? It makes us feel energetic and we feel confidence. It makes us feel energetic and we feel confidence. What is simmering of food? 6. What do you mean by simmering of food? I'm writing it here because I'm not getting space to write. So let me write the 6 number here. What do you mean by simmering of food? Simmering of food means cooking of food in water and heating the food in low heat, that is below 100 degrees Celsius. It shouldn't freeze the boiling temperature 100 degrees Celsius. That is called simmering. Write 2 points that you should remember while simmering. The points that we should remember while simmering the food are points to remember are not to bring the food to high heat. Don't bring the food to high heat and do not cover the food and do not cover the food. These 2 points you should keep in your mind when you are doing simmering. Give an example of simmered food is kheer or curry. These 2 food are cooked in simmering. Food can be cooked in solar cooker using solar energy. Describe a box type solar cooker. Question number 7. Solar cooker. It is a shallow box. It has black sides. Either we covered it with black paper or we color it black. Okay. Then it has a plain mirror that do the work of reflection of the sunlight. When black bottom when black bottom is heated by sunlight, by the mirror, because of the reflection, the food is cooked as the heat is released. Then describe a box with solar cooker, okay? Then question number 8. When you are purchasing fabric, what points will you remember to check the weave of the fabric? To check the weave of the fabric, the following to check the weave of the fabric, the following point, the following points should be done. Long float in weave should be avoided. It, it make the fabric weak. Long floats in weave should be avoided. Then the strength of the cloth, the strength of the cloth may be tested by applying tension between the strength of the cloth can be checked by applying tension between the two thumbs, by using the two thumbs. Filler yarn should meet selvages at right angles that you have to see. Weave should be uniform. Then differentiate between question number 9. Differentiate between the influence of very strict and very indifferent parenting style adopted by parents. Here we are going to differentiate between two types of parents. One kind of parents, they are very strict, and other kind of parents, they are very indifferent towards their children. Parents who are very strict, parents who are very strict, they hamper the child's ability to get independent. Especially this happens with the adolescents. The child thus becomes irresponsible. The parents who are, you can write this, the child having strict parents could not share their feelings or ideas, and thus sometimes the child may go through anxiety or depression. Next, the other kind of parents, the parents who are indifferent. That means they didn't give time to their parents. The parents who are indifferent to their children, do not interact with them, and the children grow up with different attitudes. They sometimes do whatever they want and get into a big trouble. Okay, then move on to question number 10. Question number 10. Explain heat conduction and moisture absorption ability of silk. Heat conduction of silk. Heat conduction of silk. They are poor conductor of heat. They are poor conductor of heat because of the smooth appearance, because of their smooth appearance, they are good insulators. Moisture absorption ability, this is heat conduction, then moisture absorption ability. Silk can absorb more water without filling dam. Then comes to question number 11. Define workmanship and mention 2 points to check workmanship. Define workmanship. Workmanship means, constructions detail. It means construction details of workmanship. It means construction details of the clothes or fabric. 2 points to check workmanships are 2 points to check workmanship are to check the durability check the durability of the ready-made garment, to check the durability of the ready-made garment, one can pull one end of the same to check the durability. Okay. Then comes seam should be double. Seam should be double and should be finished. Okay. Then comes to question number 12. Resources are scarce. List ways by which resources can be used for achieving maximum satisfaction. Resource means anything that has use. So how can we get how the resources can be used for maximum satisfaction? We can get the maximum satisfaction of resources by doing the following. Using right amount of resources, not taking too much or very little, using the right amount of resources. Identify all the available resources. Habits should be developed to enhance the use of resources. Habits to enhance the use of resources. Learn to share resources among others and not to waste resource. One should adopt 3 R's. Reduce, recycle, and reuse. Thus, we can get the maximum satisfaction. We can achieve the maximum satisfaction. Question number 13. Define fatigue. Differentiate between psychological and physiological fatigue. Fatigue. Fatigue means when the body and the mind get tired. This is called fatigue. Differentiate between psychological and physiological fatigue. Physiological fatigue and psychological fatigue. Physiological fatigue when muscles get tired because of physical exertion of the body. It happens because of releasing the lactic acid in the muscles that make us physically tired. Then Psychological fatigue. Mind gets tired because of doing difficult tasks or same task again and again. Boredom and frustration are psychological fatigue. Physiological fatigue, when you are physically tired, one can have warm or steam bath or can apply oil to get relieved from the pain. One who is physically, psychologically tired, one can listen to music or can do other work to get relaxed. Okay, this is physiological and psychological fatigue. Then comes 14. Question number 14. Classify foods on the basis of perishability. Give example of each. Classification of foods on the basis of perishability. There are three types of perishability. One, perishable food. Then let's write semi-perishable. Then it will be easy for you to understand. Semi-perishable food. And the last one, non-perishable food. Perishable food can't be stored for more than 1 or 2 days at room temperature. So the shelf life is 1 or 2 days. Example, milk, banana. Semi-perishable foods can be kept for 2 weeks to 1 or 2 months. Example, potato, ginger, biscuits, etc. Then comes the non-perishable food, can be stored for several months. Example, cereals, pulses, spices like cardamom, cinnamon, etc. Then, list 4 functions of carbohydrates in our body. List four functions of carbohydrates in our body. Four functions of carbohydrates in our body are carbohydrates. We can say carbs also. Carbs gives us energy, easily digestible, easily digested, easily digested, main source of energy, helps in defecation. These are the function of carbohydrates. Mention two rich food sources of carbohydrates, rice and wheat. Are rice and wheat, bread, etc. Then comes textile traders adopt various malpractices. Enlighten Rita about the malpractices as she has to purchase fabric for curtains. So, what malpractices one can do with her? So, what she has to do? So, what are the malpractices? The malpractices are done by the textile traders are selling more than MRP. So every time whenever we buy, we have to see the MRP. Adulteration, many fabric may shrink or the color fades after first wash. So you should be careful. Loose buttons or badly stitched or badly stitched clothes. Using of sharp measuring rod while measuring the fabric. With the name of brand products, with the name of brand products, sell low quality product. These are the malpractices done by the textile traders. An educated girl weaves the life of every member of a family. How? Explain. Question number 17. Education, as we all know, education create awareness. When education is given to a girl, she becomes aware of the rights. When education is given to a girl, she becomes aware of the rights given to her. She can fight for that. She can maintain account of income and expenditure. So thus she helps in increasing of family income. Can choose vocation according to the skills. Can choose vocation according to her skills and provide financial support. Can look after the study of her children. Can develop good habits and value among the children. A girl not only become a not only become an educated girl, but she also becomes better daughter-in-law, wife, and a mother. Thus, the whole society changes when a girl is educated. What is the legal age of marriage in India for boys and girls? For boys, the legal age is 21 years, and for girls, the legal age is 18 years. Then, write three consequences of teenage pregnancy. Three consequences, three consequences of teenage pregnancy. Serious mental and physical health. Teenage pregnancy may bring severe mental and physical health. problems. There might be damage in reproductive parts or organs. There may be death of the mother or the infant at the time of birth. These are the consequences of teenage pregnancy. Then list the causes of child labor in our country. Causes of child labor in our country. Causes of child labor in our country. The first and the foremost cause is poverty. Because of poverty, the child get indulged into child labor. Illiteracy and ignorance of parents also cause child labor. Rejected and orphaned child get into child labor. Demand for such a labor demand for such labor who are cheap and uncomplaining. Always there is an increase in this kind of work because the child is never complaining. Okay, they are, and even they are cheap also. These are the main causes of child labor. Then comes question number 20. What is the principle of preservation in the process of dehydration? So, what is the principle of preservation? Principle of preservation in the process of dehydration is the moisture from the product is dried up. The moisture from the product is dried up. A forced circulation of air is done. A forced circulation of air is done to dry the product. Then comes mention three advantages of dehydrated foods. Three advantages of dehydration. Prevent the growth of microorganisms that spoil the food. Enzyme activity is controlled. Enzyme activity is controlled. Weight get reduced. Weight gets weight gets reduced and easily transported and stored. The product is easily transported and stored. These are the advantage of dehydration. List the steps of dehydrating methi leaves. How are you going to dry up methi leaves? How to dry up methi leaves? Methi leaves. Wash, pluck, and spread the leaves on a clean cloth and keep it under the sun. Covered it with muslin cloth, covered it with muslin cloth to prevent it from getting dust. After that, when the leaves are dried, then keep it in a airtight container. So how are you going to uh, dehydrate methi leaves? Methi leaves, first wash the methi leaves, pluck and spread the methi leaves on a clean cloth and keep it under the sun and covered it with a muslin cloth. Okay. Then once it gets dry, then keep it in an airtight container. What is plastic money? Question number 21. What do you mean by plastic money? The money made up of plastics are called plastic money. The money made up of plastic are called plastic money. Example, ATM card, debit or credit card. It has an electronic chip inside it and it can be used as a mode of payment. Okay. What are the advantage of ATM card? What is what are the advantage of ATM card? The advantages of ATM card are the advantages of ATM card are one can withdraw money, one can withdraw money from an ATM at any time. It's a 24-hour service. One has to go to an ATM and then from that machine one can take out money. It is a cash beyond bank hours. Bank hours is supposed from 9 to 5, but after that and before that also you can take out money from ATM card. Okay? Then what? Mention 3 points each you will keep in mind while purchasing clothes for a 6-month-old baby and a 16-year-old girl. So again, whenever we will write about the clothes, then every time we will divide it into points. Let me define design, fabric, fitting. for 6-month old baby and a 16-year-old girl. For 6-month-old baby, design will be simple with cartoon characters. And for the 16-month-old, it will be fashionable. Fabric for them, soft and delicate fabric. Soft and delicate fabric. And for 16-year-old, always attractive and glazy or shiny fabric. Fitting should be loose. And for 16-year-old girl, the fitting should be proper. Fitting on the body. Proper fitting on the body. Then comes the next question. What is the job of a floor supervisor and a clockroom in charge in a hotel? Okay, in a hotel. Section B, 23. What is the job of a floor supervisor? Floor supervisor, what is duty? His or her responsibility will be to maintain and cleanliness of each floor. The supervisor's duty. Arranging the keys, keeping the keys clear, cleaning the stairs, cleaning stairs, cleaning cobwebs on each floor. ये इनकी ड्यूटी है फ्लोर सुपरवाइजर की. Then comes the duty of clockroom in charge. Clockroom in charge. His duty is to do the maintenance and service of common toilets. To clean the common toilets, it is the duty of a clockroom in charge. Then question number 24. How will you clean Sanmaika tabletop? Cleaning of Sanmaika tabletop. We should wipe with clean wet cloth. Use wax polish. If there is a heat mark, suppose you have kept a cup that is filled with hot tea, then there will be a heat mark over there on the Salmaika table. Heat mark can be rubbed metal polish and washed with detergent. Rub with metal polish and wash with detergent. That will be the cleaning of Salmaika tabletop. Then question number 25. Raju has to change the washer of a leaking tap. How should he do that? How is Raju is going to change the washer? To change the washer, Raju has to follow the following steps. Switch off the main water supply. Open the handle. Use wrenches to open the hang. Use wrenches to open the hanger. Use wrenches to open the hangers. Remove the washer. Remove the washer and replace it with a new washer. Close the tap. Fix the hand wheel. And thus he can change the washer of the leaking tap. 25th, I have already explained it. Now comes 26th. Rani has to make a corner flower arrangement for her drawing room. What point she should follow? This I have explained in 2014 October. Please see that. Thank you.